So one wee thing before I go, and that is, let's see, Peter Capaldi. McClellan says lost 175,000 a night, mate. Peter Capaldi, Lorraine. And we're wanting to see here.
Centrum Men contains micronutrients specific for...
Lorraine Kelly has been working in London for decades. Working and living, I think, down south for decades. And she has not lost her accent a fucking millimetre. It's impressive. I think even I would in some way lose it slightly. Even me. Like if she was to say the word wide, she would say wide and no wide. She would say fine and not fine. She would say great. That's great. She would never say that's great. Do you know what? I think that's really great. 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 She talks like she has never stepped out, or whatever the fuck she comes with, Glasgow somewhere. Whereas Peter Capaldi, Friday, it's great. But how does he speak when he's up against no nonsense, not a single change in accent, Lorraine Kelly? Because some of these Scots that go down south and change their accent a wee bit when they're when they're in the presence of Lorraine, they're ashamed.
I'm cobbling in on crutches, and I said, "What happened to
Now
you?"
let's count the Englishisms. Let's count them.
Oh, Peter Capaldi joins me now. He's so cool.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, you've made this
Thank you very much. That seems fine.
such a cool doctor.
Well, the doctor's
Volume up. All right. That's up. That's up. Right. Here we go.
always cool.
I know, but
great
you're
fun.
especially
Great fun. There's your first one.
cool.
Great
Like,
fun.
he's such a cool doctor.
Well, the doctor's always cool.
I know, but
great
you're
fun.
He's great fun. He's great fun.
especially cool,
Oh,
I
bless.
think. Especially
Sweet
cool.
of you to say.
Lots of running around when you're
Lots
the
of
doctor.
running around, yes. I was just...
Around. Was that slight around?
Lots of running around when you're...
Lorraine says around. 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 Lorraine says around. Not around. Around.
Lots of
doctor?
running around, yes.
Around slightly. Slightly.
So I was just saying that...
Saying.
Lots of running around when you're
Lots
the
of running
doctor.
around, yes. I was just saying that...
Saying. Not saying. Not saying. Saying. Don't worry, I'm not going to do this for a whole... Just going to do a wee minute of this.
I actually got a knee injury.
Yeah.
Injury.
Which is exactly the same knee injury
Same.
which Matt Smith, who was the previous incumbent
course.
of the role, had. In fact, the
Yes.
first time I met him, I invited him to lunch to ask him about it. Just to
Sure,
say, what,
About it. Slightly about it. About.
Yeah,
what's it like being Doctor Who?
Like. Was that like?
I invited him to lunch to ask him about it. Just to
Sure,
say, what's
yeah,
it like
yeah.
being Doctor Who?
What's it like?
And he came in with crutches.
Lunch. Aye, lunch. Lunch. He's got a slight... It's a slight kind of curl in the L, curl in the tongue. Lunch. Who else speaks like that? But it's an accent. It's that kind of thing you do in Scotland. It's almost like kind of up north of Scotland. Like, you're kind of saying like. You kind of flick the tongue.
I'm cobbling in on crutches, and I said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Doctor Who."
It's the running about.
He said, "It's the running about, and it's the running down the corridors and pivoting at the end."
Yes.
And you end up pivoting on one knee.
Of course, and then it gets all...
And you snap it.
Oh, is it all right just now?
It's fine, yeah. I'm
Good,
ready to
yeah.
go.
You can do all of that,
Yeah,
which is
it's
great. Now, the DVD's out.
It's great. He looks uncomfortable with this. This looks like it's not his cup of tea. I don't think he likes interviews like this. I don't think he likes it.
Today, yes.
Of
Today,
series 9, which
Series-
is brilliant. So that means
yeah.
you can the whole lot of it, and you can binge. Because
Yeah.
I quite like that now, that style of telly where you just binge watch.
Yes, I do that. My
do
wife
that.
and I do. We'll find something at the weekend and just watch the entire series.
Totally.
So you'll be able to.
entire series. Right, we'll just end it there. We'll end it there. We'll end it there, right? We'll end it there.
It's time to witness.
We're going to end it there. What has recent present day Robert Carlyle, what's he sound like? Got a feeling he's gonna sound a bit like this. 4 years ago, oh fuck, there he is, man. There he is, man. Wait a minute. He's like fucking older 4 years ago than he does one year ago. Cobra might be his greatest challenge. Cobra, what the fuck's that? Hold on. Lewis and Roberto thinks he subs a bits. Real Rainbow thinks he turn a bits. Oh, thanks again, sorry. What's this?
You could say our next guest is a bit of a comedian when it comes to film roles. He's
Cobra? Here, it's nothing to do with fucking Sylvester Stallone.
been a Bond villain.
Non-stop character assassination. Just want to check out the accent.
That trailer, action-packed political drama, Cobra.
It's not that then.
That, I mean, just looking at that trailer there, I mean,
What about Carlyle?
but nobody can see.
Fucking club.
Well, Cobra meetings are convened at times of kind of national emergency when like, terrible stuff is happening in the country. In this particular instance, we are affected by what's called extreme space weather in the shape of a solar storm.
Right.
He's got your good Scottish phone voice on here. This is your Scottish phone voice. This is your this is your basically your Polish voice. This is your section 2.3, the Dangerous Dogs Act 1973 Scotland Act.
Nuclear particles kind of emanate from the sun and they kind of hurtle towards the earth and they affect satellite systems, air traffic, and the grid, national grid, electric. So everything goes kaput, plunges the country into darkness.
And
He's speaking politely, you know, like kaput, instead of saying kaput. What about Lorraine though?
We'd always thought that it was in the ether, it was always going to happen at some point.
Because, you know, he is the hard man. It's difficult for us to show a clip.
That's gone, but
really, that must have been great for you as well, to show a lot more to him.
There was, in actual fact, there's another book, in fact, called The Blade Artist, which came out in the springtime there, and that kind of takes Begbie onto a different place. And that scene that you're talking about towards the end of the film is really the kind of bridge between this film and potentially another one.
it's a standard Scottish phone voice there. Very pronounced. Wonder if there's an early one. Oh, here, what's he like on this? David Letterman?
Our next guest played the psychopath Begbie in the critically acclaimed film Trainspotting, and now stars in a new, very successful motion picture entitled The Full Monty. Here he is, Robert Carlyle. Robert!
How they going to treat him in this, man? Look at this, look. Look at this, man. He's like a wee fucking Glasgow guy making a court appearance, isn't he? Making a court appearance. Kind of baggy suit and all that, suit for Slaters. Your Honour, my client has since being arrested has obtained a job. He has gained employment. He is now looking after his son. Him and his girlfriend have got back together. He's got a job. He does maintain that he attacked this man for slandering his family. But Your Honour, I'm going to be representing myself. My name's Robert Carlyle. Can I speak to the jury directly? My name's Robert Carlyle. Since being arrested, I've turned my life around. But Captain Guy, Mr. Pluto, thanks for subs. Off my nut, Lewis, thanks for subs. Thank you very much. Fucking clap.
What an
Jury, fucking clap. Hey, your accent. Wow, so where are you from?
experience that was. I mean, my gosh, to just see that all of a sudden, very, very exciting, very surprise-filled piece of work, wasn't it?
I was very exciting, David. Filming the full Monty was very different from Trainspotting, but right, sorry, I'll let him speak.
Well, it was. I mean, I've had a lot of comments about the character, obviously, since then. And
I'd had a lot of comments about the character since then, but
it's very. I mean, it's not really based on any one particular person. More of a kind of composite character of many other kind of people I've met in my life.
Yeah. You're not from here, are you?
these fucking American arseholes, they just can't help themselves, huh? These fucking American arseholes, they just can't help themselves, eh? You're basically having a laugh that you can't understand a word I'm saying. But,
I come on to this show, I mean,
I know.
I'm basically an amoeba on the back of a flea, on the back of a dog.
This is
Bobby Carlyle, man.
listen to and
I'm fucking warning you. There's not much difference between me and Begbie. Listen, I had to deal with fucking arseholes like you fucking arsehole. Fucking clap. Here, I wonder if we say that to the audience. Fucking clap.
we've had this conversation with like Billy Connolly, for example, and you have, I think it's a burr, isn't it? Is what it is?
It's called a fucking accent. It's called a fucking Scottish fucking accent. You have a burr, a burr, a burr. You have a burr, is that right? A burr. I don't fucking know. In fucking school. So everyone, primary one, just to let you all know, you all have a burr. A burr. A burr.
It's
burr.
very much a Glasgow accent.
Yeah. It's very appealing, very charming. And then also...
I'm glad you find it fucking charming. Fucking clap. Huntress Bubba, thanks for gifting me 5 subs, thank you very much. Zant, thanks for sub. In Glasgow next week, where's a good place to go and see the 2 young boys? Lynn recently went to this, and this is going to sound shite. Well, Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum. You must go there. You must go there. There's also a mini golf dinosaur golf place in Great Western Road somewhere. Captain Guy, launch, thanks for subs.
I saw the full Monty, and again, another very nice piece of work. So, good for you. It's
It's
nice
been
career.
fantastic. It's been absolutely fantastic. I mean, the success of the film has been beyond our
People
wildest
like it. You know
dreams.
why they like it? Because it's a very nice, cute, very sweet film.
Yeah, I mean, people. I think it's also caught the mood as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I was him, I'd be sitting there waiting for the next comment about the fucking accent.
it's coming towards the end of this. You know, the millennium is coming up. A new government is coming to power in Britain, and things are beginning to change. People are beginning, guys particularly, are beginning to look at themselves and question their role and their position within that society.
Now, speaking of things along those lines, have you worked naked in films before?
I don't know why anybody would pay money to see my body, to be perfectly honest with you.
But
Comms is a constant surprise to me, really.
Is it? It must be difficult.
Fucking
to
club.
Picture naked, right?
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very difficult, particularly Full Monty, because we were wearing these.
Hold on.
But they weren't extras, no, exactly.
Let's go on a bit.
It was fun, but it took a great deal of whiskey to get me on there to do it.
Well,
You know?
I've had that experience here many nights myself. And now you just came. You're right in the middle of shooting a film in Europe now, aren't you?
I'm just about to start shooting on Monday, actually, in Prague.
So you flew over from Prague and are going right back?
Yeah, flew from London this morning.
I see.
But let's see. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get a ton of fucking done. Now will Craig Ferguson drop his American Scottish accent for full Scottish? When was this?
You don't need cards to talk to people, that's what I say.
Cards.
How are you?
So he's went a bit American. Cards.
Robert?
I'm very well, thank you, Craig. Long time no see.
I haven't seen you since the Tron Theatre in Glasgow, in
Indeed,
Scotland.
indeed. When was 20 years ago, at least.
20 years, yeah. Yeah. You look exactly the same. I, however, have fallen apart. Because you were there, if I remember rightly, we were in that theatre and you were with Jimmy Chisholm.
Indeed.
Do you still see Jimmy?
I haven't seen Jimmy for years and years.
No.
Fucking club.
Outstanding memory of that time was Craig was doing a pantomime, Christmas season.
Christmas show, yeah.
Christmas show. With Jimmy Chisholm, who was playing Rupert the Rascal.
Rupert the Rascal, yeah, the flamboyant gay prince of... yeah. It's pretty much what we do here every night. It's
just about to say that.
It's
really.
kind of the same thing. It's
Fucking club.
kind of...
Right, go on, mate. Go on, mate.
Scotland.
Yeah, it's very beautiful and wet.
Wet, but slightly better weather. Wet again.
I know,
Right,
it's all
exactly,
about, but it's very
exactly.
good for your skin.
Right, nothing's happening here. Kelly Macdonald couldn't make eye contact with Ewan McGregor on Trainspotting.
Sweet and crunchy bell peppers from Sainsbury's are now
I've
price
met-
matched.
I've actually met Kelly Macdonald and I've actually had a photo with her.
Our next guest is a BAFTA Award winner.
I've actually met
in 1996. Can you believe
at the Scottish BAFTAs.
She is in Harry.
Drama, Gary, crime story.
Watch the first episode. It's absolutely fascinating town.
She's got a kind of slightly, she's always had a kind of slightly more West Endy accent. Where's she fae? She's good in everything. She's always good. Like I don't know how the fuck she manages an American accent. Toonhead, is she fuck? Where's she fae? Kelly Macdonald. Hey, where's she fae? Glasgow. Whereabouts? Grew up in Newton Mearns. There it is. Newton Mearns. That's the accent there. Eastwood High School. Eastwood. Eastwood. Hold on. Eastwood High School. That's fucking near. I see. No, it's fucking miles away. That's miles away. Everybody. That's Glasgow, right? Her school was there. I went to Sean's Academy there, right? But before that I went to Hill Park Secondary there. Look how close we were. Look. Measure distance. Ferretti there. 2 miles. Couple of miles. There you are.
That's sort of based.
Whose brother is in the Yakuza, and he believes is dead actually. And
The Yakuza being...
it's a crime syndicate in Japan.
Did you have to learn Japanese for it?
No, a crime syndicate in Japan.
Did you have to learn Japanese for it?
No, thank goodness. Languages are not my forte. English is a struggle. But yeah, there was...
She's got a bit of mix here. Syndicate. Syndicate. Whereas Robert Carlyle would be Syndicate. 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 But it's actually a crime syndicate. Oh, Mr. Mulvaney. Dead sorry. Share 2 cards. Lunch, thanks for the subs. I've found the cards, by the way, just in time for tomorrow. For 5 Flutter Friday. I'm sorry about the hell. But, show a bit of fucking respect. Fucking clap. Show a bit of fucking respect. Riff Raff. Film. Show a bit of fucking respect. Fucking clap. Oh, you. Oh. Oh, you. Show a bit of fucking respect. Fucking clap. You've got a fucking clue what you're doing. You haven't got a fucking clue what you're doing.
Okay, so what? I take some smack now and again. It's not the end of the bloody world. I know what I'm doing.
You got a fucking clue what you're doing. You wondered about the fucking days looking at the party's going to start any minute. Don't fucking tell me what you are.
A fucking clue what you're fucking doing. Right, wait a minute. Where are you? Come on, where is it? It's not there. It's not there. Where is it? It's not there. Here it is. Turn up a bit.
Yes. Fine.
Miles. Every time we say goodbye,
Turn a bit. She's singing. They're not paying attention. You can see they're not paying attention.
Can you...
That's his girlfriend.
Give it a bit more bitterness, and I want to see a bit of agony and passion going on here, please.
We want to see you living and dying at the same time.
It's loud.
All right, so...
Kind of beef the whole thing. More of a bitter approach to it, yeah. Bitter hard.
Okay.
Really sell the number, all right?
Really sell it. He's fucking raging.
Every time we say
They're not even listening. They're not even listening.
every time we say goodbye, I wonder why a little.
Thanks, Susan. Would you just wait a second there, love?
Oh. I'm fucking talking to you.
I beg your pardon?
You're a clap.
We're holding auditions
Fucking
here.
clap now.
What do you mean?
Show a bit of respect.
Banty!
Don't fucking push it, dickhead, clap!
Banty!
Well done.
Banty! Banty!
Fucking clap! Well done.
Banty! What the hell was you doing? Those are important
Yeah.
people. Yes, they were important people.
That would be good for anybody who's at the Fringe. For anybody that's at the Fringe, doing a Fringe show this year. Be good to have a pal like that, wouldn't it? Bunty. No, not the person who said that, but Robert Carlyle. Rusty Juice and I Lachlan, thanks for subs.